In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to connect to a DigitalOcean managed database. We'll walk through the DigitalOcean control panel to provision a managed database and get it ready for your application. Begin on the DigitalOcean dashboard and make sure you're inside the correct project. Projects keep related resources organized, which makes access control, billing, and cleanup much easier. If you already have a project for this app, open it from the projects area. If not, create a new one so your database, app platform resources, and any droplets live together neatly. Inside the project, click the Create button in the top navigation and choose Databases. That opens the database creation flow. First, pick your database engine. Under Application Databases, you'll see PostgreSQL, MySQL, and MongoDB. Choose the one your app uses today. As a quick guide, PostgreSQL is a versatile relational database with powerful features. MySQL is a widely supported relational option with a large ecosystem, and MongoDB is suited to document-oriented data. You may also notice categories like streaming and caching or search and vector. Those serve adjacent use cases, but for this walkthrough, we're focusing on the primary database you'll connect your app to. Next, select a configuration plan. DigitalOcean groups plans into clear tiers. Basic with shared CPU is the budget-friendly option for development, staging, and light workloads that can tolerate variable CPU. General purpose with dedicated CPU delivers consistent performance and is a safe default for production. Storage optimized with dedicated CPU is built for higher I/O and larger data sets when throughput matters most. Think about your load profile and growth, then choose the tier that fits both performance and cost. Choose a storage size that covers your current dataset plus headroom. If your plan supports it, enable auto-scale storage so capacity expands automatically as you approach the limit. This helps prevent write failures and avoids urgent manual resizing during traffic spikes. You'll see an option to maximize uptime for critical workloads. Turning this on enables high availability with automatic failover, improving resilience if a node becomes unavailable. It does add cost, but it's a strong choice for production systems that require continuity. Select your data center region. Pick the location closest to your application servers or your largest user base to minimize latency. Keeping related resources in the same region can also simplify networking and improve performance. With those choices made, review the summary to confirm the engine, plan, storage, high availability setting, and region along with the estimated price. When everything looks right, finalize by creating the cluster. Provisioning will take a few minutes. While it initializes, DigitalOcean prepares users, a starter database, networking, and secure defaults. When the status turns active, open the database's overview page. This is where you'll find the information you need to connect: the host and port, the default database name and user, and the required security settings such as TLS. Treat these details like secrets. Store them in your configuration via environment variables or a secrets manager, not in source code. When you connect from your application or a database client, use the connection string provided on this page and ensure TLS is enabled if required by your engine. For best security, restrict access to trusted sources and keep credentials rotated according to your organization's policy. And that's the full setup. You've navigated to your project, created a managed database, chosen the right engine and configuration, selected storage and region, enabled the reliability features you need, and launched the cluster. From here, you're ready to plug the connection details into your app and start building, while DigitalOcean handles patches, backups, monitoring, and scaling behind the scenes.